Bombshell in Florian Wirtz's transfer. Message from his father to Liverpool as Arne Slot takes a dig at Bayern Munich. Attention fans! Chelsea steps back and Liverpool receives a £60 million boost for the forward. Welcome, my fan friend. Let's dive into the news this Saturday. Florian Wirtz is set to leave Bayer Leverkusen for Liverpool after his father and agent Hans-Joachim Wirtz informed Bayern Munich last Friday that the 22-year-old player wants to leave the Bundesliga. Instead of joining Bayern, the talented midfielder is determined to move to Liverpool, who are now negotiating with Leverkusen to secure a record-breaking deal with the German club. Manchester City, who were previously interested in signing Wirtz, withdrew from the race earlier this month due to financial concerns, leaving the battle between Bayern and Liverpool. Initially, Bayern was seen as the favorite to sign Wirtz, and the Bavarian club was confident they could finalize a deal. However, on Saturday, Bayern president Herbert Hainer admitted defeat, confirming that sporting director Max Eberl had informed him that Florian Wirtz would likely opt for Liverpool. Wirtz's decision took Bayern officials by surprise, as reported by the German newspaper Bild, and it was considered a major disappointment for the club. Over the past few months, Bayern's pursuit of the player has been marked by missteps, which led to frustration from Wirtz's camp. The player's family, who has a strong relationship with Leverkusen, felt that Bayern had disrespected the German club during negotiations, which may have influenced the midfielder's decision. Despite this, Wirtz and his family held long and detailed discussions with Bayern's officials, including a recent meeting with coach Vincent Kompany. However, Wirtz's camp was somewhat disappointed with the latest transfer talks, which led them to explore other options. After meeting with Bayern, the Wirtz family flew to England, where they had a meeting with Liverpool. There, coach Arne Slot laid out his plans for the future of the team, convincing Wirtz that Anfield would be the ideal place for him to take the next step in his career. Liverpool is preparing for a big transfer window after a year with few moves, having made only one significant signing, Federico Chiesa from Juventus in a deal with a reduced fee. Additionally, goalkeeper Georgi Mamardashvili from Valencia is expected to join the club after a £29 million deal was closed last August. Liverpool is also close to finalizing the signing of Jeremy Frimpong, Wirtz's teammate at Bayer Leverkusen, after activating his release clause. Frimpong is set to replace Trent Alexander-Arnold, who is expected to move to Real Madrid when his contract expires, likely in a free transfer. With these moves, Liverpool is positioning itself for a busy summer, and the arrival of Wirtz promises to be one of the market's biggest surprises, marking a new era for the Anfield club. Mohamed Salah has been named Premier League Player of the Season for the second time after playing a pivotal role in Liverpool's historic 20th English title, a record for the club. The 32-year-old Salah was the standout performer in the competition, scoring 28 goals in the league, 5 more than any other player, along with 18 assists so far. These impressive numbers not only solidified his position as one of the best players in the world, but also put him in a privileged position to break records. With the final match against FA Cup champions Crystal Palace still to play, Salah is just 2 assists away from tying the single-season assist record, currently held by Thierry Henry and Kevin De Bruyne. This award, which is given through a combination of public votes and a football expert panel, represents a significant recognition for the Egyptian forward, who previously won the award in the 2017-18 season. Furthermore, Salah broke a streak of 4 consecutive seasons in which Manchester City players had won the award, making his achievement even more notable within the league. The last player to win the award outside of City was Virgil van Dijk, his teammate at Liverpool, who won it in the 2018-19 season. Van Dijk, like Salah, renewed his contract with Liverpool at the beginning of the season and was one of the players Salah defeated in the voting, along with other Premier League stars such as Liverpool's Ryan Gravenberch, Declan Rice of Arsenal, Morgan Gibbs-White from Nottingham Forest, Alexander Isak from Newcastle, Brian Mbeumo from Brentford, and Chris Wood from Nottingham Forest. This award is not the only individual achievement for Salah this season. Earlier this month, he was also named Football Writers Association Player of the Year, receiving nearly 90% of the votes, marking the largest margin of victory for the award this century. This achievement reaffirms his status as one of the greatest players in Premier League history and demonstrates the impact Salah has both on and off the field. With an incredible season, Salah has not only reinforced his position as Liverpool's leader, but has also made it clear that he is among the best in Premier League history, being one of the fundamental pillars of the team's success. The Egyptian continues to be the star of Anfield, and his legacy is becoming more and more solidified. Chelsea is no longer actively involved in negotiations for Brighton and Hove Albion forward João Pedro, according to sources close to the transfer situation. This shift in focus opens up a pathway for Liverpool, who are now in a more favorable position to try to add the player to their squad. João Pedro, who joined Brighton in the summer of 2023 from Watford, has established himself as one of the standout players for the team. In his first season, the Brazilian scored 10 goals and provided 7 assists in 30 matches, becoming one of Brighton's key figures. The club paid £30 million to Watford to sign him, an amount that initially seemed high but quickly proved to be a smart investment. With his impressive performances, Brighton can now expect to recover that amount, or even make a significant profit from a potential transfer. In recent weeks, Chelsea, Liverpool, and Newcastle United were among the clubs showing interest in Pedro, which led Brighton to set a £60 million asking price for the player. Initially, there were rumors that Chelsea was preparing a £50 million bid to try to outbid their rivals and secure the signing of the forward. However, according to journalist Ben Jacobs, Chelsea has decided not to proceed with their interest in Pedro and is no longer exploring a deal. This means that the battle for João Pedro's signature will likely now be between Liverpool and Newcastle. Sources close to Liverpool confirm the club's serious interest in Pedro, with some reports suggesting that the Reds view the Brazilian as a possible replacement for Darwin Núñez if the Uruguayan forward is sold. Liverpool, aware of interest from clubs like Atletico de Madrid, Napoli, and teams in Saudi Arabia, is willing to listen to offers for Núñez. Additionally, Liverpool believes that Pedro, with his consistency and goal-scoring ability, could be a more reliable option for their attack, helping to elevate the team further. Although Liverpool knows that Brighton is a tough negotiator, the club is prepared to act decisively to secure a deal. According to journalist Fabrizio Romano, Pedro is available to leave Brighton, provided the asking price is met. The player, 23, is also open to leaving, as he aims to test his skills in a top-level competition like the Champions League. If negotiations for João Pedro do not materialize for Chelsea, the London club could look to alternatives such as Liam Delap from Ipswich Town or Benjamin Sesko from RB Leipzig to strengthen their attack. With the battle for the forward now more focused between Liverpool and Newcastle, the expectation is that João Pedro's next transfer will be one of the major stories of the market, especially considering his impressive performances this season and the interest from Premier League elite clubs. Thank you very much for watching until now. Until next time.